One of my favorite heroes in Dota 2. As a 24 pick, it is fantastic. Yes, there is a roar that could pierce your ultimate, interrupt it rather, but it is a hard counter to Lifestealer. Abaddon, really nice as a core against Enigma because you just run at him and then pop ulti, run through Midnight Pulse, don't care. But we'll see how it works out. I'm really hyped to see 9 on the Mid-Earth Spirit. It's much like, was it Boom in the previous series? Big fan of these weird mid-heroes. Pangolier.
Yeah.
Earth Spirit. I think this is something we'll see more of. The hero is very powerful.
9 especially, considering that ever since his time on that, like, what was it, Penta or something like that, where he played with, like, DNZ and people like that, he's just always been a very specific kind of mid laner. He's always had a very interesting hero pool. And I think he's kind of unique in that regard, especially since he hasn't solidified himself quite in like the tier 1 mids, you know, like the truly best of the best. And it's interesting that he stands out so much, considering that he hasn't quite. Early jump here onto Snaking. Snaking turns around, throws out an Impale. Doesn't hit either one of the heroes on top of him, but fortunately for him, he's still going to live. The Smashers are going to be able to get 3 bounty runes here. It's going to cost Tofu either... okay, he doesn't have to pop it. I was going to say, I hope he doesn't have to level up Icarus Dive. That would really suck.
Yeah, you don't want to have to do that in the laning phase. Weird Sentry Wars, both players missing in the bottom river, but no big deal. Top lane, Nyx Enigma versus Abaddon Lifestealer. This is miserable for Tundra. I'm actually quite surprised they didn't try to match the Lifestealer against the Wraith King, because not only are you going to get hard denied, but you don't have stuns. You don't have, like, how do you pressure Enigma? He's just going to spam deny and attack you with these Eidolons. You don't even have really spells to clear them off.
Yeah. Yeah, this is definitely not ideal. I'm a little bit surprised Gilger actually let them have the easy camp to be able to pull through too, but because you're right, I think this Enigma is going to be very happy. He's going to pull the lane back. Our mid lane matchup is going to be the Puck versus Earth Spirits, which, to be honest, there's not enough mid Earth Spirit players for me to know exactly how this matchup goes, but I assume it's good considering the fact that they counterpick the Puck with it. So,
you have nice base armor. Pretty decent health regen. It's just it's an Earth Spirit.
Oh, okay.
Hang on. Oh no. Okay. The thing is, you can always phase shift the rolling boulder. So theoretically, 9 can't really threaten kills unless he gets level 4 and has this silence into stun combination.
I do remember looking at the patch notes. I don't remember exactly what it was, but I remember thinking that core Earth Spirit got a buff while support Earth Spirit got a nerf.
Yeah. The range on the rolling boulder has been decreased, but what was it? Why was it the shard change?
The damage increased out of rolling boulder, but I think maybe he got some sort of stats change that we wouldn't be able to see here, but I don't remember exactly. Willing to be wrong about that, though. It's hard to keep track of all the various changes that happen.
Me and T-Gov read all the changes on the flight over, and it. Oh wow, Olay! It took so long. Like I was through it. I'm like, oh, that's a good patch. And then you realize, wait, every single hero has something. So, and a lot of them are just like 1 armor, a couple stat. I think Quaps was the funniest because it just shortened the damage range by 1. It just slightly edited the roll on the attack.
Yeah, the minimum damage got buffed, right? But not the maximum.
No, max
damage.
was lowered by 1. It went from like 42 to 43, and then the top end was like 53 to 52. Which is something I feel, it's always funny to try and explain to people that, yeah, so the attack isn't actually the attack. There's a roll for every attack in the damage range. But some are so much tighter than others. Like Wraith King, 69 to 71.
Remember when Chaos Knight had a 30 damage wide? You can hit for 49 damage or 79 damage. Also, you can crit. So that damage then varies even more wildly. Yeah, that was...
that here was impossible to play.
That was some insane times. Back in Dota 1, he had a, if you leveled it once, you had a 1% chance to do 11 times the damage.
That was pretty cute. So 9 stole Puck's rune.
Okay.
Stormer then juked the roll after 9 TP tower, and now he will steal the rune back from him.
Very nice. 4-minute runes are coming in as well. About to get some...
the water rune...
I'm going to say solidified water. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what to describe it as.
Oh, that was very risky. I'm surprised Stormer went for that.
Oh, 9. He went for it because he's got Gilger.
Yeah,
They're setting up, but now it means he got no runes.
I love the change. Oh, hold up. Okay, they're not going to go from under tower. I love the change because it promotes active mids. Like, I'm surprised we haven't seen more Shadow Fiend as an example yet. But theoretically, no mid can be played nowadays that isn't wave clearing with mana. Like,
yeah,
it just doesn't work otherwise.
Yeah, and theoretically, that's all of 9's hero pool, right?
Yes.
Like, he's infamous for his Pango mid, his Earth Spirit mid. Beastmaster maybe didn't quite work out for them yet, but maybe some kinks still to be worked out here.
Yep. I'm surprised top isn't going that well for Smashers. I think that if they'd got lane control, to your point, you know, blocking that easy camp at 1 minute would have been very effective. Because they've allowed Tundra to keep control close to their tower. This is the first time I've seen Rasmus able to CS in front of his, because with the Eidolon assistance, you can click this Lifestealer pretty hard. You have a pretty distinct CS advantage as well. Stormstormer's going to juke back to tower. Bottom lane, relatively even. Beastmaster just farming away. He'll be going the HOD builds. I think I still like Beastmaster more as an offlaner. Get the HOD. No mid Ags rush. It's cute, but maybe stick to turbo with that.
You think we're going to see the Helm of the Overlord?
Is that, oh, they changed the name?
That is the upgraded Helm of the Dominator. And it now gives you 2 creeps, which I have seen already. That is the new build that Lycans are going for. I don't know if Beastmasters are willing to go that step, but...
I think, hey, I'm down.
Are you down?
I don't know if you can get it first item, but...
Yeah, it's like Helm of
definitely more
Dominator,
valuable.
then Solar Crest, then maybe back to Helm of the Overlord or something like that.
I always point to the wolf creep. Now you can have one that you use for active plays, but a free wolf creep, like, that's Venjora. That is insane to just have that running around with you.
Yeah. Rasmus not going to mess around
TP.
with this. He's actually going to instantly TP, and then Tundra just walks away. Well, he's TPing out.
See, Skeeter, he'll probably go for the armlet build. I think it's just 2 value now. Bottom, that's trouble for Wraith.
Oh, yeah, he's in serious trouble. They're going to try and give him the Sun Ray to help him out here, and 33 is actually out of mana there, so... Didn't keep chasing. Put a little damage on a Tofu. Nothing major. Big wave is going to come in.
Yeah. Once again, Tundra have some slight issues with the egg. Yeah, I guess you can shield off the spirits, and there was a Lifestealer who can pop Rage, but... I just think this Phoenix hero is just too strong, especially with a hero like Enigma. You want to gather up, you've got to kill the egg, you have 4 melee heroes, and then suddenly there's an Enigma black hole and you have all died.
So what do you think about the new Lifestealer? Let me just say I was shocked that it was picked up at the major. I thought old Lifestealer was pretty bad, and it still managed to make it through. Now he actually does some damage, some percentage-based damage, whereas before he only healed. What do you think? Is Lifestealer back in the meta in a big way?
I think so. The built-in BKB is just, it's too solid, and it's a carry's dream, right? You see Arteezy go for the patented 144 build, just all the passives. Love the passives. Just hit creeps.
Yes, don't have to worry about those pesky active ability.
Yep.
It's just awful.
Yeah.
And it's also an Armlet hero, right?
Yep.
And you like the fact that Armlet got buffed in this match.
Not only an Armlet hero, you have built-in sustain, right? You can infest to heal yourself back up as well. The feast is a benefit.
And it's part of the reason he's been able to stay on top of the CS board right now, is that he's been able to put up with all that harassment. First blood, 7.5 minutes in. What is this new patch? What is this new Dota?
9.
I didn't realize we hadn't gotten a kill yet.
9 with a nice rotation. Top, you got to be a little careful if you're Skeeter. If Rasmus hits 6, you might just end up going down immediately. There's no interrupt.
Yeah.
You're reliant on an Earth Spirit TP for a save.
Definitely kind of feel like just get yourself back up to full health with that infest, you know? Making me a little nervous.
Big kill on Ace, though. That was really nice rotation from 9. I think Stormstormer has a right to be a little upset. He did call, 3 times. You can see it in the chat. Earth Spirit is missing.
Earth Spirit is missing.
Earth Spirit is missing. Yeah, they knew.
Missing.
And then Ace is like, oh, damn, he's here.
Guys, Earth Spirit's bottom.
Yeah. Oh, man. Sav, you're bringing back.
Bad memories. 9 minutes coming up, Kyle. What does that mean?
Runes.
Bounty runes on the map. 2 bounty runes. I'm going to play that game with you. I'm going to just call random times.
I can multiply by 3, runes. Cap.
Good job.
Thank you.
How many runes in 5 minutes?
No runes in 5 minutes. Cap.
Very good, Kyle.
I thought I know you're. Come on. I was just playing it up.
This is not a Kyle joke right now. This is like, I think legitimately it's tough to remember how many runes there are in these various timings. You know? We start off at 4 at 0 minutes.
I've been in Europe for a long time now. I can do math.
No. No longer NA mass.
Already HOD picked up bottom the Hellbear Smasher, turning the Hellbear Smashers against themselves. Quite possibly the counter pick.
But they smash Hellbears.
Oh, mid lane.
Do they have enough disables for this? It certainly looks like it, as they have another round of the Rolling Boulder, thanks to it being maxed out. They've got that very low cooldown. Rasmus is going to go ahead and deny that rune, but I don't think there's anybody around to deny him, as he's going to be put to death by the finger from Snake King.
Yep. You can see why I like a mid-Earth Spirit, because you get levels very early on.
Yep.
Treads, he has 100 attack damage. Treads aren't super strong, but you just always have spells. You have stuns galore, and the reach is still there. It's maybe you don't scale as well as an Ember Spirit, but you trade up for way more kill potential, and I think you come online much faster. Consider as well, Skeeter at some point just going to hop inside of him, and they're going to go deal damage together. He'll pop out, probably just explode, and Puck and Enigma, anyone really, other than this Wraith King.
Yeah. Oh, that's what it was. His talents got buffed. So 50 damage became 60. 6 armor became 8.
Oh, whoa, wow, yeah, 60 damage level 10. That is absurd.
Yeah.
This hero is definitely a core, and you definitely buy treads. Damage talents are by far the highest ROI, because damage is so much more expensive. Consider that, if you were going to go buy 60 damage, like, what does that really cost you? Consider a Sacred Relic. I can actually tell you, it's 3,800 gold. That's how much this level 10 talent is valued on for Earth Spirit. You compare that to, say, Puck, 30 damage, because it's a bad example. But, Phoenix, 6% spell amp.
That's a Fairy's Trinket.
Exactly. That's half of a Kaya. So at most, you could say 1,200.
It's a party up here in the top lane. A party that 9 wants to be a part of. A nice roll in, 2-man silence. He's going to be able to get off a decent ultimate here. He's tanky too. He'll survive through this black hole, but will he survive through the follow-up initiation?
Oh no, Fada gets
He
stick.
will. He'll be fine. Fada. Oh dear, Gilger. He's going to be chased down now. Bad fight for the Hellbear Smashers. They kind of overextend themselves. At least the Puck got away. Gilger, not as lucky though.
Oh, I got to question Rasmus there. He has no point in the Midnight Pulse.
Yeah.
That's a double kill. That's so much damage. One of the better 1-point skills on the hero. It's only 50 mana nowadays. 4.75% max HP into pure damage. Just kidding. It's magical piercing pure. Magical
magic damage that is piercing spell immunity.
Yes.
Yes.
And that second point in stun, not super effective. A Midnight Pulse, that's a double kill. Instead, they lose 3.
Yeah, so I am not an off-lane Enigma player myself, but someone that I know said that he thinks taking that early Midnight Pulse is so valued because it's so hard to stay in lane.
Yeah.
Against somebody who just drops Midnight Pulse. It's like playing against a Viper, who just like drops his Nether Toxin on the creep wave. It's like, I don't want to stand in that.
Yeah, hard agree. See,
BKB, second item on Earth Spirit. I like it.
Yeah, I love it. I think this is how you play. I mean, consider the damage once again. Like BKB is, I think, another 34 for you. He'll start hitting for 200, and he's going to be unkillable. 2,000. He has 2,000 health at 13 minutes into the game.
Just shy. Did he have Hex? I wonder if it would have been better to try and get in range for the Hex or the Impale.
Tofu?
Tofu. He's caught 9. Very quick on the trigger there, being able to get off the silence. Gilger lining up here to try and go for Snake King, but he knows his life is pretty much forfeit if he tries to go for Snake King here, so.
Man, the more I think about it, the more I love this draft from Tundra. Like, so much control. They have save. They have a physical damage carry, crazy catch on the Earth Spirit, plus excellent scaling. Think about the damage he gets with the Beastmaster aura, who provides also the aura items and the tempo and the tower push. Why are you chortling?
I'm sorry. I'm not saying you're wrong. I've just never heard you say that when a team is losing. You know, the more I look at this team when they're losing, I like their. It's always the teams winning, and you're like, you know, the more I look at this, I like their draft more and more. And I'm like, well, yeah, now they're 3K up. I'm not saying you're wrong. Skeeter has to use the Infest to be able to get away. Ride that little Centaur Courser on out of here. He's good to go.
They killed the big one. I think they might have not realized he hopped into the little guy. And yeah, well, when I see a team start winning with their draft, it makes more sense to me.
Yeah, absolutely.
You do have a point.
8-1, 2,000 net worth lead for Tundra. And it does look like the panel is correct.
Also like Hellbear Smashers draft. They can get an Ags on their puck, and suddenly this Earth Spirit and Lifestealer doesn't matter the spell immunity. They're going to have a tough time existing. Massive team fight with the Phoenix as well to back up the Black Hole. Later on in this game, their Wombo combo will be pretty nasty.
Do you think that their late game beats Tundra? With all of that team fight, because I think the Lifestealer, just the carry-to-carry matchup is favorable for Lifestealer.
For sure, but I think the Enigma equalizes it. The Enigma Phoenix combination is just so strong. Tundra will do better controlling vision and finding pickoffs. So late game team fights, sure, we favor Radiant here, but in the late game, Tundra's going to have a much easier time at finding opportunities for aggression.
Especially against a lineup with 3 melee strength cores, and then a support who's also a melee strength hero. That Enigma should be able to find ample opportunities if he actually gets into the blank BKB. It's just dealing with the Beastmaster.
Who's also rushing BKB. And Puck will not go that route. Stormstormer going to opt for a blink post Witchblade. And
Gilger walked into the Sentry and barely walked out. That is the Sentry nerf right there, Kyle.
Yep.
That smaller radius, diameter,
ice frog,
whatever.
Oh, he almost walked into death there. A stun finger from Snaking would have finished him off.
They're gonna try go for Rasmus. Didn't quite land it. Oh no! Being just a slight sidestep away from being able to land the rolling boulder.
Nice
but
play.
he doesn't. He doesn't get that stun, and that means Rasmus gets a beautiful 2-man black hole that leads into 2 kills, not a third. Fought a good TP out.
Really well. Like, that was such a sick response. Nice job by Rasmus. I think Snaking did not see that coming. Pretty sure he could have stunned from outside the black hole range, but he had clicked Hex, I believe. And then Rasmus with the easy turnaround. He also went for a Midas. Will he use it? Yes, he will. 100% efficiency. That's my boy right there. This means the Enigma will scale, and I think this for sure tilts the late game equilibrium into the favor of Hellbear Smashers.
Way in the favor now, huh?
It just, especially, man, the Lifestealer is just not as far ahead as I would have hoped for Skeeter. He had such a great start to this match. But even though, yeah, sure, you could say they lost the lane as Radiant, but you know, you're still denying like 15 creeps away from him in the first 8 minutes.
Gilger trying to set up to defend their mid tower, but that tower's forfeit. Now you've got a Deso on a Skeeter.
Yeah,
that's another kill. Smashers, they're falling apart.
So I saw him with the S and Y queued up, but the Deso wasn't on him. Like, he looked really underfarmed. With a Deso, it's something like, oh shit, this is the strongest hero on map. I take everything I said back.
Yeah, for sure. Why, very curious. Ace has the Shard queued up. There's no mana burn, right? So he'd literally just be doing it
for the skeletons, yeah.
For the skeletons. Are the skeletons that good? I mean, I think skeletons are good damage, no doubt, but
with the talent, right? Assuming he gets the 24 attack, it's pretty significant.
Okay.
You don't really have too much AoE, I guess.
I just don't Wraith Kings like the movement speed? I remember they would always
Yes.
do that when it was 20. They would always go the movement speed because later on you wouldn't need boots so much as you just have swift blink and a movement speed talent. Oh, last second to cancel there the TP, and good thing too.
Yep. The game gets tricky now for Smashers. They need that next item timing. Rasmus is going to have a BKB. Oh, no.
Yeah, Gilger, this is just the classic downfall of a Nyx Assassin, where the enemy team is 5-manning, and you just keep on running into them and keep on dying. And now it's going to cost some of his allies as well, as Rasmus is going to find himself the victim of yet another finger from Snaking. The second one, actually, so he's up to 80 bonus damage.
Yeah, this game gets real hard now for Smashers. They need something to deal with the BKBs. You've got one on the Earth Spirit. Lifestealer has his built-in. Beastmaster, 3-3 will finish his momentarily, and now they're going to walk right into Roche yet. And 60 damage, 8 armor. Earth Spirit talents, unbelievable. And you just can't really stop them. At this point, Stormer is not a real hero. And with that Essence Ring, he'll get 3 or 4 shot by a Lifestealer in the duration of a stun. Needs a blink, but also really needs an Ags.
Well, there's maybe a scan, but the knowledge that they're doing Roshan doesn't really give you a whole lot.
Yeah,
Find the other side of the map.
Tofu?
Yules, huh?
Yeah.
Hey, I would have thought Aeon Disc would have been better in this situation.
Yeah. Maybe he just wants to have the cleanse on the silence. I could see a scenario, but Aeon Disc is just a little trickier. I think it's just more effective later on in the game. You're not going to straight up die in a stun? I don't know. You can make an argument both ways.
Aeon Disc guarantees you're going to get off Supernova, whereas this Yules won't save you from the Lion, for example.
Bottom lane, Fada might be in trouble here. Stormer is going to blow the coil. Yeah, that's a free kill.
Yeah, but is it free, Kyle? Or was it just on discount? Okay, it was free.
Gilger, no, not again.
Dude, Nyx Assassin, such a miserable hero to play at this kind of game. When the enemy's kind of steamrolling you, and they may not have Necronomicons anymore, but they still have a Beastmaster with the superior Hawk Vision, and they've got sentries everywhere.
Yeah, this whole game, we can just put, I've actually on my game just locked camera on Rasmus.
Okay.
I think he'll have to pull out some Taiga level 4-man black holes to save this game for his side.
9.
But not
Just keeps on
She
trucking.
is so tanky.
Yeah, it
Look,
really is.
What the? Almost 20 armor, almost 3,000 health in a BKB. Yeah, take the outpost. It's an absurd hero. We're gonna see more of this played its core. Almost guarantee it.
Yeah, and it's a great hero. Like, Sange is still kind of a broken item, I think. And more and more people are experimenting with Kaya Sange. And the Earth Spirit's obviously a great hero for that one. Is they're going to be able to find Stormer here. The Impale, is that going to last long enough for the Earth Spirit? They've given up on that, actually. Nine's going somewhere else. He's going for the Phoenix. He got the silence off, but did not manage to connect the follow-up disable. Stormer is actually still going to die. He's caught by 33. A third finger kill for Snaking.
This is not a fun game. How is... Man, Lifestealer is so fast. With just a Windlace, 405 move speed.
Ace. He has to use his crit to deal with the boar, otherwise he's not going anywhere. He did pick up the shard. Interesting. I mean, okay, they do have Lion, I guess the mana burn. I just don't really... maybe. I guess you do have the new shard on the Lion. Is he going to go that at all? No, he's just going Aether Lens. He's going to jump in. Hex, Nyx Assassin, keep the chain disable on him. But again, none of his cores are around here. He does have Fada to help him retreat, though. And they can kind of stick onto the Smashers here. 33's on his way. Doesn't have the Roar, but...
BKB coming on courier for him.
For Rasmus?
Not for 3-3.
Oh, okay.
Rasmus is close. He just needs the recipe.
Oh, Rasmus is... Stormer, rather. He is not dead. You can see him, he's queuing up Desolator, Aghanim Scepter. It's always like a really good sign or really bad sign when your cores are queuing up multiple items. It either says, I'm getting so much farm, I've got my whole game plan figured out, or God, we're so far behind, I need like 3 more items for us to be able to win this game.
I know that feeling. Poor Gilger, I feel for the man. He's just rocking the double fluffy hat. It's not his game.
No, it's not. Snaking. Just keeps on finding him time and time and time and time and time again. Gilger can only break ankles for so long here.
Kicked away to his death.
Hey, there it is for Rasmus. We finally got it.
Now, you have to fear the roar still.
Yeah.
But realistically, all 3 cores on the enemy side are melee. Hang on.
Burned out, but 9 is going to be able to get off his ultimate here. Chaining some disables on a Stormer. Racking up the damage. Can he chase after this puck? He lands it. Beautiful play by 9. And gets Skeeter in a position to chase for more. Is now Tofu. Oh my god. That was he so not pretty. All right, there's the skeletons. Get them, boys. Look at those. Don't even try. Don't even try. Unless you're going at him with Midnight Pulse Black Hole, don't even go after 9. That guy is beastly at this point with his Kaya Sanj complete. He's got 3,000 HP and an Essence Ring on top of that with a BKB just as the cherry on top of everything else.
Dude, this Lifestealer hero, I thought Rage was a, it gave you the bonus on cast. Hang on a sec, he's gonna get opened on.
Can they actually do this one? They're gonna drop everything they have. Oh no, he didn't have the range. He walked straight into that black hole thinking he could get the roar off. Fortunately, the extra movement speed of the roar will try and help him escape, or maybe he's not gonna get away. He's already taken so much stun rate damage. Nice double stun from Snake King. They're still gonna chase after him though. They're still feeling it, and they should be feeling it. 33 gonna be slowed down by that hit from the puck. They only need a little bit more. Silence up by 9 as he makes his entrance in. Zap, and Gilger falls. Ace though keeps on going. They're gonna be able to bring down the line. Maybe they can actually win a full-out fight here as they have the Supernova right on top of everything else. 9, he needs to be able to roll away, but he's not gonna be able to do so. What a big turn. The Hellbear Smashers. They managed to win a monstrous team fight.
Huge fight, and everything went better than expected. They get the ultimate off on the Lifestealer, 100-0. So much piercing damage, and he just dies. You can see 3-3. He goes in for the roar, but I suppose just needed to take a different angle. You know he has roar clicked here, and just can't get it. It's too close.
Did roar range get nerfed at all? No. Okay. Well,
yeah, okay.
Unfortunate for him.
What the heck? Why was he move? Oh, it's Drum Zora. Lifestealer had 460 base move speed. I'm like, wait, I thought Rage gave move speed on cast, and it does. But the Drum Zora made him run around like near haste move speed.
And now he's got spider legs, so. All right, well, they got their 1 black hole in. Congratulations, Tundra, but you've now expended that very long cooldown. We're going to go right back into just fighting for this map control, right? And if they're lucky, Roshan may even spawn right away.
Would be ideal. Do they have any really good shards? Oh, what? Oh my god, that gold lead just disappeared. It was 5-6K, 1 fight, it's gone.
Yeah. Ooh, that is nasty.
XP, yeah, that's big. And it doesn't get any easier. I mean, this is, Rasmus next item Lincoln's, and then it's an uninterruptible black hole. You really have to then play for an Ag's Earth Spirit to turn people to stone and kick them to safely. Because otherwise, they're just going straight for this Skeeter Lifestealer. There's nothing he can buy to itemize against this damage.
Fada. Brave in the high ground here, checking out the triangle, trying to get some vision down because they want Roshan. And Roshan is indeed up for them, so.
Yeah. Honestly, really impressive. Win or lose, Smashers, they took game 1. This Tundra team, they were in a tiebreaker with OG Liquid to go to the major, and it took 2 rounds. They looked formidable I had high expectations for them coming into this season too. And so far, Smashers, this isn't like
all right, I'm going to
what?
fact check the fact checker here. Hold up. We're actually going to get the initiation onto the next assassin. Boom. He's dead.
What?
Listen, only I'm allowed to razz on my man Kyle here. JJ, I know it's you.
What did he do?
Fact check Wind Waker exists. That's not interrupting the black hole.
Yeah.
That's only partial credit.
Who's buying a Wind Waker? Who has a Yules?
Kyle is still correct that it's uninterruptible. But you can save somebody inside of that black hole. This was Scriff. All right,
Okay.
I'm sorry.
71-25? Like, who? Come on. All right, fight's happening.
A fight's happening,
Ace?
and the Phoenix just said bye. Where did he go? They just left Ace. Ace is done for.
Okay. Did they get distracted by our conversation too? What in the hell?
I guess they made the judgment call that, like, this is
That's a
everybody
big
out.
toss away.
We cannot win this.
They had Black
cannot win
Hole.
this
I
fight.
mean, maybe they're waiting for Lincoln's now. It is tough. The Aegis changes things. You know, suddenly, you know, this Aegis is.
Oh,
so
they broke him!
Wow.
Fada. He could not hit the button fast enough. He gets broken by Gilger, stunned, and is unable to click the button.
Aegis is so important against Enigma.
Oh, and
to
no
go high
longer
ground.
applies break. Damn it,
You're
you got me on
literally
that
just
one,
wrong.
Scriff.
So they just killed him before the pop.
I guess so. Yeah, I mean, I'm guessing he didn't have
The health
enough.
threshold. Oh, yeah, it was on cooldown. Cap.
It was on cooldown.
Oh my god.
You know, new patch. What can you say?
You're just hype.
Yeah.
Can't contain yourself. I understand.
I thought it was a cool move. I thought it was more special than it was.
Looks like Stormstorm is going to go for the Desto. Yep.
Hey, it's 1-1. Don't you give me that 1-0. It's 1-1.
This is what happens. We added them to the talent announcement, and now suddenly
Jesus, the
it's
ego
like,
on these
oh
guys.
my god, we're gonna say it's
Incredible.
all year now. We're gonna
Anyway,
get them subliminally
let's get away from the
communicating.
servers and remember the show's about us. So the Cap and Kyle show, everybody.
Indeed.
It's 11-21.
Kyle and Cap. We'll see. The next fight's gonna decide everything. There's gonna be a Lincoln's on Rasmus. It's almost there. The Puck Deso increases the amount of damage they'll be able to output during that ultimate and also helps Ace just hit that little bit harder that AC's coming out shortly. Skeeter did go for the evasion talent. That's to be expected. And the Spell Amp on the Earth Spirit to go with the Kaya. Makes sense. My god, his talents are way too good, dude. 18% Spell Amp? That's absurd.
Yeah.
Kaya Sanj is only 16.
Yeah. I mean, that other talent's pretty insane, too. Obviously, it's a chord unit, but the plus 3 second. Have you ever been hit by that? You ever been hit by a near instantaneous silence and just be silenced for 6.5 seconds? You're just like, well, I guess what this fight isn't for me.
Look at Snaking.
Snaking's hunting.
Oh no, Gilger. No! You poor... Snaking didn't even have time to ult him for the bonus damage. I don't blame Gilger either. This is an impossible Nyx game. They've done a great job placing sentries. You can see in the bottom, Radiant Jungle, Sentry Ward, another one, Sentry Ward on that high ground. So anytime he's spotted, they're on him. Now pushing high ground. Aegis makes this tough.
Yeah, it makes it really tough. As even if they go for this black hole right now, you can see Fada throwing around that new fancy shard he's got. The tier 3 is going to be broken down. Ace is also going to be broken down here. That's going to be life number 1. And Rasmus may be forced into something he's not super happy with. He does see the 2-man black hole opportunity. He's going to go for it. 33, looking to be able to get it off. Does finally manage to get off the Primal Roar. Skeeter is somehow still alive. He's going to be able to fight through a little bit longer on his initial life. 9 rolls on in. Hits Gilger, stuns him up, but the Sun Ray is burning him out. He gets burnt up, and now collateral in the flames. Tundra finds their team fight on the high ground. Lost. They're going to full retreat.
Who are these guys, Cap? Like, that was so well done. You can see Rasmus, he's hesitant, realizes, I've got to ult. The positioning is perfect. Forces 3-3 to run around and get the roar off late, but then there was the follow-up, the egg, the damage coming in. Ace even turning around to smack the lifestealer once in the face to ensure that he would survive and get that Aegis kill. Gilger with the Carapace on the roll-in from 9 just straight up leads to his demise. And if it weren't for the cheese pop, this goes even worse for Tundra. I think 9 lived with about 40 HP before popping it. Really nice fight. Like, it looks bad. Looks real bad.
Yeah. And then I feel like 9 just kind of rolled in and gave them the 2-man black hole. which is kind of curious.
And 3-3,
I guess
he's got to go around.
33 was going to get it off sooner, but...
Look at the cheese. Yeah, okay, he was at 200, but still, like, the Phoenix egg is what changes things because you still can't really enter the fight as Tundra because that egg is still ticking, and there's no chance you're going to bypass the ultimate to get it in time.
Back inside the game, though, we do have a fight here on the river where the Phoenix is already getting picked off, so both the supports here of the Hellbear Smashers.
Oh,
it looks like they may have let that team fight win get to them.
Oh, that's not good. Now they just go right back middle. There's no ultimate.
Yeah.
You got to be more cautious, Hellbear.
No, it's very concerning. Let me just say, some of these support shards are kind of crazy. So this Abaddon one, I think, was kind of garbage before. Now, they've actually buffed it and then given it this extra cooldown lowering, which is great for a 5 position that just wants to throw around heals nonstop. Phoenix somehow was given this insane one where he gets Sunray. He can get Sunray on his Supernova at 20 minutes instead of before where he had to get some serious levels behind it. Like, I feel like that's kind of crazy.
Oh, pre-click hex!
Oh, pre-clicked hex. They are going to be able to... Oh, man, he is dead for 100 seconds. He's going to have to buy back. If he dies back, he's gone for the rest of the game.
I mean, they kind of have to. Enigma ulti is up now. You need to fight. You can't lose 2 racks here.
All right, he's going to go for it. We've already used Midnight Pulse. Rasmus blinking out super aggressively, just trying to find anybody at this point. All they're going to have is Fada, though. It doesn't feel too good.
He's happy with that. Shiva's finished. That's a huge item for our Phoenix. Tofu effectively becoming a core, now closing in on Stormstormer's net worth, who has now been pushed off his Ags timing, will be even later. And the damage, like, with no threat of Enigma ult, you can see how confident Tundra plays.
Yeah.
And then the moment Smashers look to take a fight, they recognize, okay, their spells are up, we've got to be conservative. Rasmus needs a refresher, and that is what's queued up next. Because otherwise, if you're Tundra, you might just lose a core, buy him back, and immediately look to go close out this game.
Kind of curious. They smoke, and they take the outpost, which I assume they're taking the outpost because they feel like they're going to have to use buybacks. Like, they want that TP point available.
Yeah.
But also is like a huge signal to Tundra.
Yep.
There are ghosts currently taking the outpost, guys. Invisible units are taking the outpost. I wonder what that means.
Yep. This is the game gets a little hard for Smashers. I'd like to see them try and take this next fight on the enemy side of the map, because if you allow Tundra to take it near your base, you know you're gonna pop Enigma ulti, and then suddenly they're knocking on your doorstep.
So you agree basically with what they were trying to do before, like smoke, get out, like.
And what I don't agree with, Skeeter went for a heart, which sounds good. The armlet pop, yeah, sure, you're not really losing health, but you go to so much max HP. It's 7% max HP from the Midnight Pulse.
Okay.
So that HP bonus doesn't really help you as much as you'd hope.
Counterpoint, it's actually only 5.4%.
Because of the...
Because he's getting 1.6 regen per second. Maybe that's the way he's thinking about it.
Sure. I would just rather see initiation tools, like kill the Enigma, kill the Phoenix.
Get an Abyssal Blade, you're saying, or something like that?
I think something like a Nullifier, actually. Maybe even, I don't know if Blink is a real thing anymore, but Swift Blink wouldn't be terrible.
Yeah, I am curious on what some of these carries are going to do now that Abyssal Blade got nerfed, and Swift Blink also got nerfed. So a lot of those late game tools that they were used to been taken away. Stormcrafter, all right.
I would also, you could consider, just get more damage, right? We've seen Matu in this scenario. He typically finishes his build with a Daedalus. I think that would be quite nice here too. No real evasion tools picked up on the side of Smashers.
Well, this is a fun one. If he actually managed to get the Ags on Fada, this whole idea of this like big black hole teamfight play is heavily countered. We've seen this Ags a couple of times, and it was used in, I think it was at a TI. Yeah, it was the TI9 group stage. It was used to be able to counter Chronosphere. Some of these big teamfight abilities are just ruined by that ult.
Yep. He also talented for the Mistcoil, so yeah, you take 575 plus damage, you get immediately healed for 315 by the Abaddon if he's in range with ult up. That's pretty significant. And yeah, killing Lifestealer suddenly becomes a much taller task.
Shiva's is almost done if 9 wants it, but
Yeah, Roche
you
is
may
up.
want to hold on to buyback here.
I think you've got to fight this. If
Yeah.
you're smash, like I'm concerned that they're playing so hesitantly here. You can't give Tundra this third Roche. In addition, an Ags on your Enigma would be huge to add that Midnight Pulse to the black hole.
Yeah, for sure.
Shit, you could give it to Gilger even. I'd say you could give it to the Phoenix too, but I think it's just so much more important on the Enigma.
Yeah. Absolutely.
We'll see bounty spawn.
Look at Tundra just hanging out here next to Roshan. Just playing together around this high ground while the other two of them are farming away the triangle. No rush. The Aeon disc actually instead of a Shiva's. Okay.
It's just that, Smashers, they had this timing.
Yeah.
With the Lincolns, with the Shivas, and just kind of hanging out. We'll have Ags soon on the puck. I'd like to see him take more of a farm priority from his allies. No other item, you can argue, would have similar impact. Very, very important here. Pent-edge sword picked up on the Lifestealer. Helps with that reach, literally. 100 extra attack range with a leveler backpacked when they need to go and look to end game. Into the pit.
All right. Smashers gonna take things into their own hands here. Watch out for those dive bombs.
I was like, how'd the wolf dive bomb? That was... Initiation could come. Gilger, careful.
Oh, they're going to be able to find the opening onto Lion here. Stormcrafter being used for a moment. He's going to break the coil. Try and get them out. Now the coil has been used. Tundra probably feel a little bit more free to either force a fight or force a Roshan.
It's the best spell they could have wasted, though. There was no Ags on it. Coil is kind of a useless spell in this spot when all 3 enemy cores have spell immunity, and then Abaddon can shield off anybody else who were to get caught. He has the Ags finished now. This game got much harder for Hellbear Smashers. I am not certain a single Wombo combo is going to be enough to take out the Skeeter Lifestealer. They really need that second ultimate as well.
You see what Nine's doing? He didn't actually complete the Aeon disc. He's waiting to assemble it, I'm assuming, when he gets caught in the black hole. There's the Aghanims now finished for Fada. With his level 20 on the way, which is CDR, I guess.
There's the Ags for Stormstormer. So, things are... It changes things a bit. Because if you can get the BKBs, if you can trade Coil for BKBs, you're going to be pretty happy. And then in theory, Ace's damage output is pretty significant. And then you can focus on controlling Skeeter and maybe taking out the other cores, and specifically this Lion. Remove Lion Earth Spirit from the fight. Yeah, sure, Skeeter hits hard, but he won't have too much stickiness when he tries to chase down these enemies. Like, Puck isn't going to die with no stuns alive.
Right. Skeeter, man, he is attacking so damn fast, and Ace is moving so slow thanks to this explosion from Fada. Plus the Mighty Arbor, he's going to be able to get the 2-man black hole. Is the Lifestealer actually going to be able to burst it down? He's just getting burned out by all this percentage-based damage, and nobody from Tundra was there to bail him out. They're going to buy back and still try and force this fight. The Aeon disc going off from 9. He's going to be able to get off the BKB. Sticks on top of Rasmus. Doesn't want to let him get away. The Phoenix is going to be burned out by these ultimates as Tundra are going to run over the field around Roshan here. They use their buybacks very effectively, but more is coming in from the Hellbear Smashers here as now they've been able to chase down Stormstormer. And Impale coming in, but it's not enough. Gilger tried to do what he could. Oh, look at this. 9. He's going to be able to roll in. Midnight Pulse is out, but they don't have any disables. They don't have any damage here. They're just getting eaten alive by the Lifestealer, who's going to munch and bite down with all he's worth. 2 heroes dead with no buyback, and Tundra say, screw Roshan. Let's go for the W here.
They know there's no buyback on the Phoenix. They know Pucks might come up soon, but he does not have the gold. They might guess that as well, considering he just had that fresh Ags in that last fight. Really nice. I mean, Tundra, they just, we say you need Aegis against an Enigma. Well, a buyback's just as good. Rasmus, he buys back, but what good is he without that cooldown available? 40 seconds on Black Hole.
This Leveler doesn't make things pretty. Deso and Leveler, plus the Abaddon giving him that extra attack speed. Oh my. 9 kicks away Ace. Ace, they're going to ignore him and hit the throne. There's nothing they can do to stop it. Tundra.
Damn. Look at, woohoo!